Dear friends, welcome to another episode of Today in the Military World. In this video, we will talk about the flight of the CBUS, the first flight of the new stealth bomber B-21 Raider from the United States Air Force. In ancient Greek mythology, Hades reigns over the world of the dead, a vast realm where souls, once entered, cannot leave. To ensure this, the gates of the underworld are guarded by Cerberus, a gigantic three-headed dog with a serpent's tail and its body covered in venomous snakes. When souls approach the gates, they encounter a docile and friendly Cerberus. However, once inside, it transforms, using all its fury to prevent the soul from returning to the world of the living. It is this name, Cerberus, that the United States Air Force chose to baptize its first B-21 Raider bomber, the newest stealth aircraft that promises to replace the B-2 Spirit and the B-1B Lancer in the future. Cerberus took its first flight on Friday, November 10, taking off at 6:51 a.m. from the NROP factory in Palmdale, California. Despite the flight not being announced in advance, dozens of enthusiasts strategically positioned themselves on a nearby road, resulting in many photos and videos that showcased the B-21 from angles not seen before. Hours later, the United States Air Force released a statement saying the bomber was undergoing tests by the 41st Test Wing, a detachment responsible for testing new American aircraft. Recently, the B-21 had been observed conducting a series of ground tests, such as taxiing on the runway, a procedure recognized as a prelude to an imminent flight test. This led many enthusiasts to camp in Palmdale, an effort that paid off this Friday with Cerberus's first flight. Among various photos and videos, what have we discovered about the new stealth bomber from the United States Air Force? Just for context, the B-21 is the fifth stealth aircraft developed by the United States, with the first being the F-117 in the early 1980s, followed by the B-2 Spirit in 1997, the F-22 Raptor in 2005, and finally the F-35, officially introduced in 2016. The design of the B-21 closely resembles that of the B-2, with both representing a flying wing design. Flying wings gained attention during World War II, with the Germans designing the Horten Ho 229 and the United States creating the Northrop YB-35. None of them entered full production and operation, but the interest in this design persisted in the 1980s, with NROP engineers seeing great potential for stealth flight. The flying wing design has a cleaner profile than traditional aircraft, with no vertical stabilizer, making it more discreet to radar. The B-2 was the first flying wing aircraft to enter operation, incorporating advanced stealth technologies such as materials for electromagnetic wave absorption and a comprehensive set of electronic warfare technologies actively affecting enemy detection and target tracking systems. The B-21 Raider is the result of the United States' efforts to succeed the B-2, with its development starting in 2015 and its first flight taking place 8 years later. Regarding Cerberus, the aircraft was seen with a trailing edge at its rear, used for speed, drag, and airflow dynamics measurements. At the front, a probe for tests and data collection was observed, equipment that will obviously be removed after the testing phase. Photos also revealed that the B-21 has a more rounded shape than the B-2, a design characteristic that greatly aids in stealth. Small horns were seen on the sides of the central fuselage, which are auxiliary air intakes for the engines. Speaking of engines, the main air intakes are much more discreet than those of the B-2, raising questions about the number of engines on the bomber. The B-2 has 4 engines, a fact evident when observing its nacelles, but the nacelles of the B-21 are considerably smaller, indicating that the bomber is either equipped with smaller engines or has only 2. From the observation of Cerberus, it is evident that the United States Air Force aims for a smaller, more compact, and more cost-effective bomber, prioritizing stealth over bomb-carrying capacity. Despite already taking flight, there are still many mysteries and secrets surrounding what promises to be the world's most lethal and modern aircraft.